are on ground at the Global FinTech Festival 2025 in Mumbai. And as it turns out, a lot of trends have emerged that we have learned about today. One of the trends that we have learned about today is the digital tokenization of real estate. And a major player in that particular space is Alt DRX. If you don't believe me, here is a bite from Mr. Nandan Nilekani to talk about them in his keynote.
We have trillions of dollars of assets that are locked in real estate and gold. And is there a way to think about how do we take this, unlock that in a way that people benefit? And we think that tokenization and AI will catalyze this change. That in the coming years, two important trends have happened, the trend of tokenization and the trend of AI, and they will catalyze the change. Now, what is this tokenization? Tokenization is nothing but allowing an asset to travel with all its attributes. How can we bring tokenization to land, to real estate, to gold? That's the issue. And what AI is showing us is that you can build a whole new infrastructure using agentic AI, which can make it so much better. So these are the two big trends. We're trying to bring these together. There's a lot of the noise in the tokenization world has been cryptocurrencies and other things which are outside the regulatory framework. But what we're suggesting is using tokenization inside the regulatory framework, embedded compliance, but unlocking the potential of tokenized assets. In 2024, we came here and we spoke about the playground, and we had a limited set of partners. Today in 2025, this has grown dramatically. You can see the number of people who have come on board.
Now we have the Alt DRX team with myself right now, Mr. Avinash, Anand, and of course, Sachin. And they will be talking about their product in detail and also tell us about their emerging trends. Welcome everyone on Economic Time.
Thank you.
Anand, my first question is to you. In the last 3 to 5 years that you have been in the space, are there any particular emerging trends that you have noticed in terms of millennials and Gen Z and their buying patterns?
I think the biggest thing that we believe that we have added to the real estate market is giving choice to people, right? People always had a choice to buy one share of Reliance. You could buy a mutual fund for $500. But when it comes to real estate, most people didn't have a choice. You just couldn't take it. So what we believe we've done is giving people the ability to participate in the housing market in India. You don't need cartloads of money. You can still participate. And that allows youngsters to actually start coming into this housing market asset class. I believe that's what we believe we have done with real estate and digital tokenization in housing assets.
That's amazing. That's why you're getting so much education as well. Now, my next question is going to be with you, Avinash. In the last 3 to 5 years, we have seen, as Anand talked about the emerging trends, how we have seen the market evolve. What do you see the trend is going in the next 3 to 5 years? What is the future for investors, especially in real estate?
So the housing market is one of the most resilient markets in India, right? Every year you have got 300,000 homes being sold in the primary market. Over the years, we've seen the stock market develop. Over the years, we've seen a host of other markets get developed. In the stock market, there are 100 million users, and there are a host of transactions that are taking place in the mutual fund space, in the stock market, etc. In the housing market, it's only 300,000 primary buyers, whereas the size of this market is 100 million or maybe even larger. So the digital real estate is this revolution which will take place and enable people to invest in real estate in a different form, especially in the housing market. And that is what is going to be the biggest trend of the next 3 to 5 years.
Absolutely. Now, that's what the experts are saying. But Avinash, I have to ask you, is there any particular trend that might have surprised you since you have started working on this project, on this particular startup? Anything that surprised you, took you by surprise?
Not really. I mean, it's not surprised me, but I'm sure it will come as a surprise to a number of your listeners and maybe to you as well. It's not heard of that somebody sitting in Delhi is going to buy a property somewhere in, say, Chennai or somewhere in Hyderabad. But that's actually happening today, right? People are buying properties or buying digital real estate in the housing market in places like Hyderabad, but they are located somewhere in Bhubaneswar or located somewhere in Jharkhand, but they're willing to buy in Hyderabad, they're willing to buy in Bangalore, they're willing to buy in Bombay. Now, that is a reality which is taking place, which was unheard of earlier. So that is the biggest surprise. But in the next 3 to 5 years, it will become a common thing.
Wow. Well, clearly the market is changing, guys. Now, Anand, coming back to you. A very crucial question is that are the buyers treating this digital property like a physical property, say the trend that we see generally of buy and hold, or is the trend different on this one? Are they treating it like shares? How is the market different?
See, I mean, real estate is like a hedge to other asset classes, right? So real estate is not a volatile asset class. It is a steady, long-term income generating asset. While people are coming and buying and trying to sell, almost 25% of the trades that we've done are secondary trades. People are trying to sell. But I think people generally understand that the digital square foot, which is the real estate tokens that are finally the values derived from real estate, right? So that will eventually behave like real estate. So real estate will grow. It will grow in multiples over a longer period of time. But what tokenization is allowed is when you want to sell, it's easy to sell. You have 100 square foot, you need sudden liquidity, it's possible for you to sell 30 out of that 100 square foot, right? So people will invest in real estate tokens exactly like the way they'll invest in real estate properties. Their expectation will be long-term holds, but they can come in small, they can sell when they want to, but it will not behave like the stock market. That's not, I don't think intraday trading is going to happen, right? But people may buy one square foot every day. Oh yeah. Right? And they accumulate square foots over a period of time so that they build a long-term steady portfolio. That's the piece that we are seeing. But listen, there are very unique trends, like for example, traditional capital markets are live between, let's say, 9:30 and 3:30, right? Whereas our peak time is 7:30 p.m. So people actually become active at 7:30 p.m. to start buying digital square foots. So these are all interesting trends, but it is buy and hold for a long period of time. You can buy small, you can buy frequently, you can diversify, you can sell when you want to, but the idea is not trading.
Absolutely. I hope that helped you bust certain myths about this particular genre of financing. I have to follow up with another question with you, Anand. When it comes down to asset management, portfolio management, how is your customer base treating it when it comes down to these particular assets of for buying these digital tokens and then investing in that? Is there any particular trend that you have noticed in your customer base?
Biggest trend that we are seeing is most users invest in property-backed tokens or digital square foots across multiple cities, right? So we have a choice of 10 cities that have gone live. We've been there only for 18, 20 months, we processing almost about little less than 200,000 transactions now. But the interesting trend is people treat it like financial assets. Earlier, real estate was once in a lifetime decision, right? You invest in a home once in a while, right? If you have a monthly savings of 100,000 rupees, real estate was never one of the things that you could go and save in. Housing was never something that you can participate in. Now it's become possible. So the behavior that we are seeing is people are saving in housing as an asset class regularly, systematically. People are diversifying their investment in real estate. So they're not putting all their money in only Bangalore square foots. They're also putting that some in Goa square foot. They're putting some in Kerala holiday homes. They're putting some in Bombay housing. So like how you invest in stocks, right? You're not going to put all your money in one share. We'll go and put it in multiple shares. So in their own way, we have enabled Indians to be able to invest and manage a portfolio of real estate assets. A portfolio of real estate assets was only possible for very high net worth individuals. How many of us can say, I have a portfolio of real estate assets, right? Now the common man can say, I have a portfolio of real estate assets. I have real estate across 6 cities. And I'm participating in small real estate housing markets like, Ayodhya, Amravati, smaller markets where housing asset class can grow well as larger housing markets like Bombay, Delhi, and you still have a few square foots left. So people are doing their own portfolio management in this fashion.
Now we have to learn about the product as well and how the product roadmap is going. And for that, we have Sachin with ourselves. Sachin, I wanted to understand, are there certain counterintuitive insights that are helping you build and forge a path for your future roadmap of your product?
Yeah. It has been a great journey for last 18 and 20 months since we went live. We have built a lot of data analytics around the kind of investments which are happening on our platform. Anand covered this very interesting point of saying that how to give a small start to everybody in a product like this. That is the disruption which we are always targeting. And that's what the product roadmap is focusing right now. As we speak, we have a daily saving product, which is a 10 rupee starting product, which allows people to take the leap of faith of investment at this price and build over a period of time their investment portfolio. So instead of engaging large capital day one, they are taking baby steps to build their portfolios on Alt DRX and experience the entire platform for asset tokenization. There has been very interesting integrations which we have written with the existing rails which are available through NPCI. Today we have hundreds of users who are processing their daily savings through UPI autopay on our platform. It comes to you or just on a click. You can set it up in a less than 1 minute of time. And there are users who have been buying and selling these tokens, the digital asset tokens available on our platform on a daily basis, right? So principally the rails which are available to us, plus the opportunity of giving a small start on the platform is the product roadmap for next 2 years for us. We want India to participate in digital assets. We want people to own 1 square feet of real estate from now onwards till next many, many years.
Right. Well, guys, this was the Alt DRX team explaining how they are enabling India to get into this particular genre of investing. We wish you the best, gentlemen. Thank you so much for talking to the Economic Times. Stay tuned for more such content and subscribe to our channel.